Hi, I'm Pam Gunn from Friends of Fort Vancouver in Vancouver, Washington, and today we're going to be making a Valentine. This Valentine is made using wax. For the supplies, you're going to need watercolor paper, watercolors, a brush. You're going to need some sort of wax, and I used these little cupcake candles, which are very tiny, and they're easy to use and easy to write with. You're going to need a rag for your watercolors, and you can get all of these at the Visitor Center at Fort Vancouver in an art kit if you're interested in that. We're going to make a Valentine here using wax, and this is more or less how mine turned out, and this one will turn out similar to that. So what you're going to do is you need to cut your watercolor paper into a 6 by 9 inch piece like this, and then fold it so that you have 4.5 by 6. First thing you're going to do is take your pencil and draw a large heart in the middle of your card so that you're satisfied with that. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is, I found it helpful to put a sort of rectangle down here so that I could, this is where I wrote my message. And you can write your own message, whatever you feel like you want, and get a feel for how you're going to do that. All right. This is a candle used for birthdays, similar, well, like cupcake candle, very small. And I'm just going to completely cover my heart with this wax. Make it nice and heavy. And it is interesting to leave a little bit of streaks in the middle of the heart. And when you go down below to write your message, try to make the letters fairly large and as heavy as you can with the wax. Now this card is good if you like to make a big mess, which it will make a big mess. So it's good to use a color that's not going to stain. Here's a toothbrush, an old toothbrush. I'm going to dab it in the water. And I need to load my toothbrush up. And you don't want it too wet in here because it'll more or less pool on your card. And what you're going to do is, I just dabbed it on my rag. All right, here we go. This is the way you do this. I wouldn't say it's real scientific. You put your heaviest paint where you have your wax. Your letters will show up as you do this. And once your letters are showing up the way you want them to, then you can stop. And this particular card, because we're using so much water and so much paint, can warp on you and become not and become not flat. So what you could do for that is to turn the card over, spray the back with water, and put saran wrap over it and a big book on it overnight, and it'll be perfectly flat in the morning. I'm dabbing at my heart a little bit just to bring it out. Again, this is a personal gesture or a judgment on your part, and I'm very pleased with that. I'm going to dab a little bit with my writing down here to see if I can get maybe a little bit of that up. It's a very simple card, and kids love to make this card because it makes a big mess. And there's the card, and the card will, at this point, dry, and you can see that it's wrinkly. So this is the card that you would turn over once it's dry, completely dry, spray it with water, saran wrap it, and put a heavy book on it, and you'll have a flat, cool card after that.